Hi guys!
Hi!
Welcome to another words.
Oh.
Welcome to another episode of Change Yourself Podcast. YouTube. So we figured that since last week we had an honorable guest of Colin joining us and talking about history and mythology, that we would continue the conversation by talking about how the popularity has grown and how it's influenced pop culture.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So what area of pop culture would you want to cover first? There's so many.
Television and film. So there's been a lot of television series and film where either the hero or the villain is like influenced by a culture and mythology, or it's actually like gods against humans.
Right.
And with the television series that we were discussing prior to the beginning of the stream would be a good example. Ignore the sirens. So, I don't even remember how, I guess because we watched a lot of their shows on CW, well, I did, at the time. Like, the CW had acquired a lot of superhero shows from Warner Brothers.
Right, but it was before Arrow and all them started.
Yeah, but they still had Smallville and stuff on there.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, that's how we watched it. That we were watching Smallville and it came after that.
And it was a show called Valentine. And the premise of the show is that there are Greek gods living amongst mortals, and they want to try to bring love and romance back to mortals. Yeah, Nick is like gagging on each side.
The only way she got me to watch one episode. Hey, look at arrows. Oh, hello, Cupid. Even though Cupid is what the real name is for him is, it still was like, he's shooting her any day.
Shoot you where? But then, like, I was reading more and more the premise of the show because I couldn't really recall what it was about because it premiered in 2009.
Yeah, we don't even know the name.
Right. And then, like, you would think that, like, because then they said, like, they also introduced Aphrodite. And you'd think, like, two gods that are about love, beauty, and the arts would...
You never know about the arts. Arts belong to Apollo.
Yeah, but some believe that love can inspire artistic expression.
Okay.
That they would, this is the part that when I was reading you, the synopsis made me cringe. That they had to rope in the help of a romance writer.
That doesn't make any sense. You have the goddess of love and the god of love.
Yeah.
Why would you need immortal?
Why would he need both? Why would he need one? They're gods. We can know what they're doing.
Yeah, whoever wrote that show did not under mythology then. And if they did, they probably mixed up the Roman with the Greek myth for Arrow/Cupid.
Because they're like differences, right?
Right. Well, in one version, there's Aphrodite is the mother of Cupid. Or Eros. I know which one you're going with. And there's another version where they're both equals.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, that's how they did it on the show. They made a mother and son because they wanted to show them as a family. Which, again, was weird.
Yeah.
Because in the Greek lore, are they siblings? Right?
No.
Don't they all come out of...
No. Aphrodite did create Eros. That was right.
Oh, okay. But wait, Aphrodite didn't come out of the Titan per se. She came of the sea.
No, she came from Zeus. Aphrodite is one of Zeus' children.
Yeah, so they cut off his wiener and they threw it in the ocean.
Yep. So you remember that one. You don't remember the others.
I wonder why. Take that, men. We're sorry.
No, that would be more of Artemis. Treatment to men. I said, it only happened to Zeus because he got caught cheating.
No, I'm saying, like, let this be a lesson to you.
And I'm saying, that was Artemis.
So,
The fact that she didn't want to be with a man and anyone taught her in the woods was punished.
why did I waste this time? Poor night owl. I'll have a second one in like 2 hours. As it draws nearer to midnight. Alright, everyone's in bed. Pew! But I feel like I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say that there wouldn't be. And really, has only like Greek mythology. Like, they don't do a lot with like Norse or Roman. Like, even that one movie, God Among Us? Where it's like they were trying to show war within the Greek faction.
I mean, have you seen Vikings?
No.
That's a dozy of what you're referring to.
But I don't understand how when they try to show history in any period or any culture, it's like you have to be total bloodshed. And with like a history lecture series, like a documentary, or totally fantasize it in a way that it's entertaining to children.
Well, it depends on the writer and if they actually did research or if it's based it off of what they were taught in school.
Yeah.
And so that's how you tell when you watch it who does the research and who just bases it off the surface facts.
You don't have to research it to have you. Wow.
There was a good one for Greek mythology called Clash of the Titans. It was an animated show cartoon.
Yeah.
And I thought it did really good explanation of different Greek deities. You definitely tell whoever wrote the show did a lot of research when they made it.
Oh no, I think they did a good. I think they did again anime. I think Luck and Logic did a good job showing the Greek god.
Oh. They don't do the Greek, they do all areas of mythology.
Oh, it's the pilot episode is Greek. It starts out being Greek, right?
Well,
Yeah.
some of them are Greek.
I thought they all were.
Mm-mm. One ends up making a contract with an American deity. One is Aztec. Yeah, it's Aztec. I think it's Aztec. I always did mixed up. But yeah, the feather serpent's Aztec.
Oh, wow.
But majority of them, yes, were Greek.
No, we're not gonna watch that for Funimation.
Can't wait to watch the finale.
Make me tickle you again.
Well, I already told you who the deity is.
La 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 la
Tell
la
you
la la
contract
la la
was.
la 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 la. But I think it's interesting that the whole topic of debate was inspired that Loki morning of mischief. Wow, I can get out. Are you gonna play the video game God of War?
Because I suggested it.
Because that game's awesome.
Yeah, I feel like Dad did a really good explanation of mythology for Greek. Because in the game, you have the main storyline, which deals with the deities that are well known. Then you have a minor storyline that has to deal with a myth that's not well known. Or it is well known, but it's done in a different way that you weren't expecting.
Did they when they showed the flashback of Kratos, did they say what were he fighting? Or that like he was like a soldier in
They
battle?
never said. They just said he was just in a war that was being led by Ares himself.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and give him a premise of the game, and then it made me think of like, because that's the whole thing. Like, he basically a soldier in combat, and then he asked Ares to go to war for aid.
Right. And based off of what they show of the enemy, I think it might have been the not butcher this. Polynesian?
Polynesian War.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That actually fit with a lot of the methods and lore that they use within the game. But I feel like he only wants revenge against Ares because of the cost that he had to pay for the power.
Well, because he was an idiot. He thought I can ask for his power from a god and not have to pay a price.
Let me explain if you say what happened, right? Right?
I mean, anyone, if you've ever seen the show, you kind of know what happens.
And in a blind rage, he killed his wife and his child.
Which is interesting because if you know the myth between Hercules and the 12 Labors, he's tricked in doing the same thing. Hera tricks him into killing his wife and children as well. And he does the 12 Labors as a way of remorse for what he done.
Wait, why did she trick him?
Because it was a way to revenge for him being a half god on Zeus.
Yeah, Zeus didn't know how to keep it. Yeah.
No, he did. Well, a lot of male deities didn't. Or females.
Yeah, but his is the most famous because he decided to marry a jealous woman, I think.
Well, no, Hera represents the home and what's traditional for a marriage. But when she was jealous, it's what you consider if you're married, you should be faithful to one person.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
Nope.
I really think about it, there's a lot of lore in the Greek pantheon. It's like you either it was revenge of you cheating or being unfaithful or getting caught in the act. And it's like, here's your punishment.
You see? Not only that, but then you're caught and you like try to get revenge and lead some murder, then you have to deal with the Furies.
Well, stop. I was just gonna say, like, the other thing too, like, I feel like if you were caught, you were shamed by the other deities too.
It depends on deity. I remember there's the one myth where, oh god, how do you say his name? The God of Forge.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Oh God. Yeah.
Hephaestus?
Hephaestus.
Yeah.
You're way closer now. That's a hard name to say.
He set a trap for his wife, which was Aphrodite.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
And even though they got caught and they got in the trap, nothing really happened because of it. It seems like more often it's the mortals that are being punished instead of deities.
Legitimately, like, weren't they already being tricked by falling for the deity's rouge to get them into bed?
Yeah, I mean, you can go after another powerful mortal, or you can go after his weak mortal. Which one are you to pick?
The sheep. You don't think that's how God saw humans as sheep when they were wolves?
Oh, yeah. I mean, shoot, some mortals were punished for not being obedient servants to them. I mean, think what happened to Sandra with Apollo. Sorry, I said wrong.
I don't know what name you're gonna say. Go ahead. You were right, Paulo.
Yeah. So she was a seer, and because of the fact she went to sleep with Apollo, he created that no one believed any of her visions.
And I mean, that kind of drove her mad, right? Because nobody would believe her.
No, that's not what drove her mad.
Well, I thought that was it.
No, what drove her mad was what happened after Troy.
Yeah.
And what happened to the women.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, we're just gonna stop there.
Here's Wolfie I can hug.
I mean, that was the price of war for women.
Nope, 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 nope.
Well, it was.
You broke a hole. Good job. I only clung Woofy to my chest.
Oh, Simi does.
You didn't realize that you and Sophia both call the thing that has a woof on it Woofy.
I don't call it that. She does.
Oh.
But I think that's only I think that's like a prime example of relationships being the cause of a mortal being punished. And I mean, these may be bad enough since not only mortals have to deal with the gods, but they also have to deal with all the monsters too.
Yeah?
And then some of the monsters were born from the father mother monsters. I'm not saying their names, I know to butcher them. Or they were mortals turned into monsters as punishments.
Like Medusa?
Like Medusa. Like. No, that one's not born from. So the one you know that are born from the monsters, mother father monsters, is the Hydra, the Griffin, the Dragon Discord, the Cyclops, stuff like that. And you have Siberius, but Siberius was a gift to Hades, so unless you're still in the underworld, you never saw him.
We each got a pet. Oh wait, Poseidon doesn't have one, does he? I mean, technically I've given Hercules Pegasus, but each get a pet.
Now, the Pegasus was for Zeus, wasn't it?
Yes, but it's
Disguise?
given, it's, yes, and that's why I think the idea that,
I mean, it wasn't technically a pet, but I felt like the Hydra would have been a good fit for Poseidon.
ooh, we could just make it that way. That works. Remember, historically written down in stories, you can make whatever you want. There you go.
Well, I wanted to say a different creature, and like, no, wait, that's status or wealth mythology. So, like, that's not it.
What?
The Tepai or the water horse.
That would be a
Which
good one for him too, though.
is, I do not get why that's after set up in Percy Jackson in the second movie.
Yeah.
That is a wealth monster. It is not Greek.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Well, dang, I forgot it was him, Percy Jackson. Because we were trying to think, like, well, you know, they had it in the Frozen sequel. I didn't know what it was, but I forgot it was Percy Jackson.
Well, it would work because that's Norway, and that does count.
Okay.
But Greek mythology should not have shown up.
I wonder why. Do you think it's in the book?
It is in the book.
But it's not. Wow, that's annoying.
When I was reading it, I cursed, I threw it.
Like a hero baby. Wait, that sounded so wrong. Bye, book.
I mean, there's other references in Percy Jackson where they do that too. So,
That's inconsistent.
yeah.
Does that make you mad?
It did. Like, at the time, not really. I didn't know it. But now that I know more about mythologies and different cultures, I'm like... I get why. He needs a creature as transportation for Percy that's in the water. So I get why he...
But the Hydra would have been badass. Now I want to see that.
Dude, the Hydra would have killed him. But Poseidon has control over water, so he could have made a whale, he could have done dolphins, like...
Right.
We did not have to do a different culture to make it fit. We needed.
We're just like shoehorn it in there.
Yeah.
In the book, they try to explain something else. Like, remember we were talking about that before of the book you're reading about how, like, obviously other than the name, technically the hood and spear, and they were like, "Oh, it's the thing we made up."
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm gassing tonight for some reason.
Do you think that's what he was trying to do?
No, it's definitely a Kepi. He used another name for it, but I know from reading about it. I know that's what it was.
Well, yeah, that's what I said. We're gonna give it a different name that fits our culture.
No. So there's more than one name for a Kepi. There's like 6 or 7 names that would fit under it.
But it's like, that's my book, it works. Suck it
Yeah.
up. I mean, that's true. I mean, that's the power of the author. You can make your own universe and make it fit.
Right.
But I think if you're going to use something that's that well known, as part of your story of mythology, then you should respect it instead of saying, this creature from another culture
Right.
and different lore fits in it when it's not the same thing.
Right. And when I read, I just assumed that he just made like a blue whale show up.
Yeah.
But no, I liked when they showed us a horse and like, wait a sec.
That's something cute to try to make it harmless and sweet and frozen. And then when you told me it drowns its victim, basically, it's like,
Oh,
good lord.
oh my god. Yeah, we went and saw them for her knees, and I'm like, do not say it. Like, do not ruin this for a 7-year-old.
I mean, she's fighting an underwater hole. It's like, but then that would have been the end of the franchise. This isn't a Disney movie. We killed the parent, not the main character.
Yeah, so the way Wi-Fi works is that it will either trip the person into paying it, it'll drive on, or for them to ride it and be stuck. It'll drive in the water and drown them, and then consume the flesh.
Oh, you didn't tell me that part.
I told you they're cannibals.
Ugh. Kind of lashing for you.
And there is a theory that a lot of people think that Nessie, the Loch Ness monster, could be a large form of Tepai.
Whoa. That would fit. But I wonder why it doesn't look like a horse then.
I don't know. But you know we're going off topic, right? We're supposed to be talking about Greek mythology. We're talking about Welsh.
No, because we're explaining what you did not like about
Percy Jackson. Yeah.
And Percy Jackson Greek mythology. I win.
Oh, excuse me, guys. What happens when we eat cooking? That's unhealthy. Oh. But I mean, the other things he had right in Percy Jackson was not accurate. I mean, they shouldn't do stuff the right way.
Yay! We just had some love.
Which I thought was funny is that on Netflix there's a fan-made series called A State of Night. And they showed Medusa in one of the seasons. And I thought it was funny is that they went with another version of her myth.
Like, how?
That her days doesn't turn you to stone. Like, you can't use your own days against her to kill her.
What do you mean?
So they showed that she has the power to turn people to stone. And Greek mythology is the fact that Percy had used a mirror shield that was done to him by...
I always thought of her reflective helmet.
No. It was a shield given to him by Hermes.
Right.
And that her seeing her own days is what turned her to stone.
Like a boomerang thing.
But in the show State the Night, they got rid of that.
They had to kill her.
They had it, and she had a sword blessed by Merlin.
And stab her.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool.
But there are some versions of the myth of Medusa where she doesn't hurt herself. And that's how she's able to survive in the garden with her sisters.
Oh.
But it's not well known like the other one is.
I like that.
I mean, all myths have more than one version. I mean, there's some versions of Arachne where it's not she got turned into a spider because of her losing wing contest with Athena. It's other versions where she's turned into a spider for her protection. So it all comes down on what version of the myth you're reading about.
I was wondering about that because they say that in Medusa Files that Morgan is a descendant of Medusa.
Right.
So even if she's half Gorgon, half human, she has the gift. She has the ability to turn things to stone.
Right.
But then when she looks in the mirror, she's unaffected.
Well, because she hasn't fully had her gift yet.
But do you think they were inspired by the story you were telling us about?
I think so, and another way is that she might not be half, she might be a quarter.
Yeah.
And usually, if it's a quarter of the monster, they had one of the gifts, but they don't have all of them.
I don't know. Your gift is pretty potent.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I've read the books. I mean, following of Monster High, there's Deuce, who is the son of Medusa. He has the same ability, too. Only his is only temporary.
Or I was gonna say, did they say in the book that only women could be Gorgons?
No, men can be Gorgons, too.
Oh. Yeah, that's what I liked about Monster High.
Yeah, in Monster High, Deuce was her son, and his ability to turn people to stone only lasted for an hour. And then wore off.
No, they weren't like permanently petrified.
Right.
Well, that's interesting. What would be your favorite deity in the Greek pantheon?
Well, there's more than one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you had the one that I've cut for my pen name, which is Nuts,
Yep.
which is the minor goddess of darkness.
Yeah.
You have Artemis, goddess
Yeah.
of the moon hunt. You have Athena, goddess of wisdom and strategy. And then you have Hellcat, which is the goddess of the dark moon, sorcery, and pathways. And I'm like, interesting mentioning gods.
Well, I'll mention one. So, I think one for me would have to be Apollo, because like the god of like song and poetry.
Yep. And medicine.
Yeah. Apparently, this.
You just said God of the Forge.
Yeah. I mean, fire and weaponry. Come on.
You're not a fan of Hesta then? The goddess of hell? Hearth, I mean? I always say that
So
word.
what's the difference between I mean, technically, he wasn't like. Well, he brought more fire, right? That's why he was punished.
You're thinking of a different one.
Oh. That's why she's the expert.
You're thinking of Mortal.
You know. Oh yeah, that's it then.
Yeah, Hesta is the goddess of the hearth and home.
What other one do you think I would?
And she's also the one that tends to the flames of Olympus.
What one do you think I would be drawn to? You know much more about this than I do.
I feel like you'd also like Hermes, the god of messengers and communication.
Yep. Very similar to Apollo.
Hades.
What? Why?
God of the world. I mean, I like him.
Yeah, you have a dark soul, and you like messing with people, making deals. So.
Okay, what about for Sesame or Cora? She's known during the spring months.
I don't know. I do like the idea of Persephone where it's like light and dark. The idea that she has to spend half the year in the other world and the other half on Earth.
Right, and because of that, that's how they explain the seasons.
Quack. Quack, quack, quack. Quack, 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 quack.
No, that one would not be you. I'd probably get snuffed for that one. I'm not telling you.
The vibes have to do it anyway.
Oh, of our system.
No, I'm not
Yeah,
like that.
I said that. What is that? We missing arrows. Oh, that didn't fit you.
I would like bringing people together though. But my aim is too crappy.
I'll bet you do love. No, not that one. I didn't even hit that one.
I got the one next to him.
The Fates, the Weaver, the Spinner, and the Cutter.
Yeah.
I'm not saying their names. I don't know, like, I know there's also a lot of minor deities for God goddesses, but I don't know a lot of them. I only know a few.
I thought you did.
Not off the top of my head. The ones I know are the ones that were mentioned in Percy Jackson, which was Nets, Nemesis, Eris.
That one.
You should know because she has her name on Discord.
Doesn't tell me anything.
Goddess of Chaos.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Associated with the Apple Discord.
Oh. That makes a lot of sense.
Other than that, I came out other ones that are minor. I know we covered most of the ones for the 12 deities.
Yeah, and that's a lot of people now, actually, I think. Or that's what they draw from, and then when you go to do research about the minor ones, you're like, I don't know any of these.
I mean, I know what some represent, I just don't know how to say their name.
Fire?
I already went over it. Testa. That's the only one.
That's the only one?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's called, I am gonna say it wrong. God of Fears. Phobia? Or Phobia?
Yeah. No, and I like the idea of waking Athena, like the idea that separates her from Ares, that they both are associated with war, but her is like being strategic and not just like
Stab.
I know that's what I meant, right? Go in, guns blazing, stab. But I can appreciate somebody that can be strategic, because I'm not.
Oh, I made a team. I know there's one for that. I know there's one for greens and nightmares. I know in the Disney version for Hercules, when they show Pain Planet, that's supposed to be a play on Hades' two sons.
Really?
Yep.
Pain and panic. Reporting for duty.
Those are the ones I just think off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'll have to look at John Solo's channel because I know he does a lot of like messed up origin. But I think even then, I think he only covered like a lot of the major god and goddesses of Olympus that we talked about, and not like the
Right.
minor ones.
I mean, then you also have the Titans too,
Yeah.
which were deities before gods. And the one that's really known for that one is Gaia, goddess of Earth, Kronos. And Kronos is the one that had all his children, which would include Zeus, Hera, Poseidon, all them.
Okay. A lot of times doing something funny and make sure it didn't die on you.
Yeah. Is there any areas of like pop culture that you'd want to mention? And we done TVs, we done movies.
I was trying to think like other than God of War, I don't think it's really touched on a lot in the game.
Wasn't there another game that's like with that name? Like not that word, but
Prince of Persia.
yeah, but that was
more on Egyptian
yeah.
mythology.
Not Egyptian.
What Egyptian?
No, they did not do a very good idea of that.
You didn't know that?
What was it called? Not Dark Souls. You had to fight titans.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Coliseum?
Oh,
That
yeah.
was a movie, wasn't it?
It was a game. It was supposed to be a game like Fortnite, but it wasn't very popular. Because you were in a coliseum, you got to fight against like titans and gods.
Okay.
Like Fortnite where it's melee combat, where you're in the coliseum.
But I remember there's another game. I love me, I can't think of the name of it. But it was you heard this girl's voice, and to help her, you had to slaughter titans. And at the end, you realize that you're being tricked into releasing this monster instead. I can't think of it.
Yeah, I don't know.
No one looked up, not to love me.
But I think it'd be cool if they introduced it more in games. Like, I feel like it's more featured in novel, and then film, and then TV, and then video game.
Yeah.
But like a lot of sometimes the character will either be given names influenced by Greek mythology, or given attributes, and then that's as far as it'll go.
Right.
I really appreciate the amount of research that they did for God of War, because that was the first game where it was you're in that universe in a way. Even though Kronos is human, until he's given the gift of the gods. Technically, he's still human, right? He just has their ability.
He's turned into a demigod.
Yeah. Thank you. Just look out the game, because it'll bugger.
Oh, there's a lot of names.
Really?
Yeah.
What you got? I probably haven't heard any of them. We live under a rock.
Oh.
Go ahead.
We had God of War series.
Yep.
Paphion. Age of Mythology. Hades. Titan's Quest.
That's the game you're thinking of.
Smite.
I can spite you.
Immortals. France Rising. Zeus. Tidacris. Where's where it comes from. And Smash Dance.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Spartan.
I never played it.
Spartan Tool Warrior.
You're a soldier in the Polynesian War. That's cool.
Next Quest, which Xenite spelled how my moment permanent is probably 1,000 night.
I'm gonna look that up later.
Rise of the Argonauts, which would have to do with the story of Jason and Golden Fleet. Yeah, it's apparently been more God of War than we knew of.
I went to play them all.
Gods Remastered. Wrath of the Gods. Battle Olympus. Glory of Achilles.
Probably a game set around Troy.
No, Achilles is how.
Oh, Hercules, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I thought you had Achilles. I'm sorry. That's 20 games you listed. I thought it was just 5 out there.
Alright, Blitz.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You read a lot, though. Was there more? But, I'm kick myself for reading Kid Icarus because of Icarus playing He Flees Your Closest Son.
Yeah. Class of the Titans. That's the game I was trying to think of.
about that one too. That one's probably a Mrs. Big Us God of War.
Yeah, these other ones, Slayer's more, but that was the one that made was Clash of Titans.
Hooray!
But
Well, you said there was a game called Titan, so I thought that was it.
no. And then it shows that there's, besides the main three we play in God of War, you have the one from Mythology, and then there's 3 other games.
Dang. That next one sounds really interesting now.
Which one? Vitro?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was that. There was one called Ascension.
Dang.
Well, I'm wondering if it's like the first 3, how it's like you have the series in Mythology.
Possibly. That'd be really cool though. To see
Yeah.
how that plays out.
But it definitely shows, like you said, there's a lot of games based on it for popularity.
It's not Greek culture, but another game that we think of that does a really good job of showing history is Assassin's Creed.
That's not Greek.
No, but it's another point in my theory. So, pew, 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 pew.
And then, like you said, then you also had the book series. And I feel like so far, the ones that are for books would have to be Moonriders,
It's about Amazon. It's not Greek culture.
but it's set during about Troy.
Yeah.
I'm staring at my hand. Staring at these like.
No.
And I mean, I read the Rick Jackson. He said he does a good job about explaining deities, but some of the fashion mentions aren't Greek. And I think that's mostly it. Yeah, there's not a lot of fantasy books where it's photos around it.
Yeah, Dying Druid focuses on Celtic mythology.
Yeah. And then Dresden Files focus more on American mythology.
I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand.
You all learned Mike?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It fell. There.
And American mythology would be the god, I mean not gods, but angels and demons.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And I guess like monsters that we come to know of today, right? Like
Right,
vampire.
like vampires, werewolves.
How the hell are you up to no good? I didn't do it.
Uh-huh.
It's like you don't trust me or something.
Mm-hmm.
You should know how you're thinking. Like,
yeah.
meanie.
That's not true.
But the truth hurts.
You'll survive.
Take bye.
That has nothing to... Stop going for a kizzle spot!
Medusa.
That does not deal with mythology. That's something that was limited. Yeah. That was mentioned on Loki's channel for the Batman show. You're going right there.
Why do you think that is that in God of War that they show Medusa surrounded by snakes and the Gorgon?
Because Doron has snakes for hair.
But a Gorgon is a snake.
It's half human, half snake, like the Nada.
Oh. I don't want to go behind you and I'm pinned. I like jabbing you in the squash spot because you jump.
And Nada is a half snake, half human that doesn't have any mystical abilities.
You're just a snake.
I mean, they can shapeshift and hide your serpentine features.
I had sugar today. That's why I'm being silly. Okay, we're gonna do a high course workout after, and then you'll just pass out. If you could have any of the weapons that the gods utilize, what would you want? The bow?
Oh, I don't know.
Artemis's bow?
Oh, I don't know that. I don't know if I want Artemis bow or Hellfit's staff.
Ooh, that's a good answer.
Because of the fact she can open up the doorway between our world and the afterlife.
I picked that one. I just think the bow fits you.
It does. But then you have to put it against magic, and it's like, I'd probably like that one more.
Me?
I don't know. I couldn't see you in the forge. And I don't really see you dancing around with a lyre. I would say flames, but I'm kind of scared to set fire to anything.
Fire!
I mean, seeing how I say something else, guess you'd have the spear for Athena.
Yeah, I mean, you just throw it one direction and whatever it stabs, it stabs.
No. Different.
I know, I'm just saying. Stab, stab.
You're thinking of Odin's spear.
I know. That's how I'm going to use it. But she does use it as a weapon in battle, doesn't she?
Yes.
So I just use that.
Yeah.
And then send a horde of owls to peck your head
That's
out.
not. The owl, her symbol. Not she has a man over them.
That'd
Like
be cool.
Poseidon.
That'd be cool if she did. That'd make me like her more.
And then you also have the shroud for Hades. What's his awesome term to be a death shroud?
Which is what?
Oh, the shroud is the. What's that the word? Not a tunic, but
A cow?
no, it's what he wears. His clothing.
Oh, yeah.
And so the shroud is attached to it, and it allows you to use it to hide from his sight.
What?
Yeah, it's very like idea for the cloak invisibility for Harry Potter.
I want that. But what is it called? A death shroud?
Because when people die, you cover them with cloths, and that's all a death shroud.
No. No, my hand's all warm. Like, not in a good way, in a clean way. Like, it's sweaty. I'm so cold. Oh, no, I kind of like the idea that you can hear lightning bolts from the sky.
Of course you would.
I can call it fire. Wait, you can call it fire.
Yeah, I know.
You should have told me to have any weapon. You didn't want me to be a human shield. You're not answering.
I mean, Ares has a shield.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
There.
Shut up! I mean, that would work for you.
I'm your shield.
Yep.
Wow. I was kidding.
You went there. Stop it! I mean, you're the one that went there, so...
It's free! Let down your hair.
Oh.
Rapunzel, let down your hair.
But notice that Poseidon is the god of water. I would not want to try to...
Why?
Because it makes too much like Aquaman.
Maybe that's where they were inspired from.
Probably.
Sorry, I just made the screen shake, but my leg were stiff. crampy. Short little legs.
Stop it! You're being a brat.
I know.
Now I thought Mom made something dairy rich for dinner.
What's it? You magic do something cruel to you. Oops. I'm being silly today.
Yeah, I'm used to it. Oh, got 10 minutes left. Anything else you want to talk about?
Do you agree with the depictions that we see of the gods in art?
That you're all sexualized?
I mean, yeah, they're all hypersexualized, but the way that they look that we know them as, do you think that's true, or do you think it's like the person that drew it wanted to put their best features in the art?
That they want to put their best features in the art.
Like, for all we know, what the gods actually look like could be totally opposite of what we know them as.
Right, but the thing is, though, no one knows what they look like because you would disintegrate from seeing a god in true form.
You were burst of flame. Poof.
At least that's what they say in mythology. And it also helped that a lot of temples were destroyed, too.
Yeah, that part makes me sad. It's just like, we don't want to honor or preserve history, we just want to destroy it. I mean, I get things being weathered over time, like being destroyed by weather and the elements over time, because a lot of the temples were outside. That gets a free pass. But for things were just destroyed just out of war and destruction, is not cool.
Well, remember, at the time, it was Christianity had a religion, so we have to destroy anything that's not Christianity.
Right.
And I said some temples survived, but a lot of the minor ones didn't.
Like the Temple of Delphi survived, right? And that one
Some of it, yeah. Only because recently there was another war and they destroyed more temples.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, that's stupid. That you're gonna destroy what you're known for as a way to get the man's attention. That's stupid.
Yeah, I think with destroying it, we have with the Greek gods, it's like,
Fate's revenge.
yeah, I think that I have yet to do the character sheet or like try to work on it, because like,
No, we did character sheets for the Fates.
that's true. But it's like, do you try to make them have their own identity, you just keep the name? Like, we talked about what you try to do in pop culture, or...
Well, how do you do the Fates here? They're a beautiful woman or lovely heights.
Well, that's not even beautiful. I mean,
And that they're all associated with one color, which is green, white, and black.
Black means death.
So life, growth, and death.
Death.
I feel like the hardest part though when we did the characterization was trying to figure out which one was what for the Fates.
Yeah.
Because there's so many lore about it that you're like, okay, which one is it?
We figured it out, though. I was impressed.
Yeah. Well, I think your names helped.
And then when you get to the other deities that we want to show, like the first one is Artemis, it's like, yep, I know this. I got this.
Kind of excited to write that. But kind of said what you wanted hunted on first before we moved on to your project.
I know.
I'm sorry, all I heard was yawn yawn.
I know.
Yawn yawn yawn.
It's always this time of day. And then after 10, I'll be like, pew, pew, pew.
Oh, excuse me, some potatoes.
I know after we got done book 1 for Hunter, we were like, next time we're going to have an outline.
We do an outline.
I know, why can't I implement it? What is
We
wrong
just
with
decided
me?
not to whip it.
Well, we need another outline then. 'Cause I feel like I'm either taking a scene and writing longer than what it needs to be, or repeating scenes.
Yeah.
I feel like when you go to edit it, like that's gonna be your job because you're gonna be like, I cut you, and you have 5 pages. Here you go.
Well, I mean, we already figured out what cut on the beginning. So that helps.
You went off topic.
Yeah.
And technically, if haunted vampires, that would be American
That would
mythology,
be,
right?
yes, American mythology is vampires. So, vampires, werewolves, witches, zombies.
Brain.
That's all American lore. I was gonna say giants, but that's Welsh mythology.
Oh, really?
Yep. So goblins, trolls, giants, that's all Welsh.
I didn't know that. I thought it was considered American culture as well because it's like that's what we know.
That's what I know, but it's not where it originated. So another example of that is Dryden's. A lot of people think Dryden's would belong to American because of Arthurian lore. But Arthurian lore would be British, so it wouldn't belong to us either. So when it comes down to figure out where it comes from mythology, you have to figure out where it originated from. What's up?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're in your little world.
Why did you sound like an evil fairy?
I am not explaining that on camera.
Maybe that should be your voice for one of your characters.
What?
Whatever that was! In your own little world! Come play with me!
Yay!
Nope.
Yeah, so demonology is American lore too.
666.
Which would include Lucifer.
666. Six.
Stop it!
You know, if you turn a 6 upside down, it's a 9.
No. No more sugar for you.
I'm all adorable and candy. Yay.
What are you reading?
Messenger.
From.
No, are there any character in Greek mythology that's like a little child other than Pandora? But it's interesting that a lot of people assume she's a child and she is just an embodiment of hope, right?
Yeah. But a lot of people think of her being a teen. A lot of times you think of children, you think of Hesta or Hor until she eats the seeds.
Huh. Like,
Or-
her go back to, go ahead.
Or the nymphs, since they're nature's children. What?
I'm sorry, again, they're always shown to be hypersexualized.
I know, but the fact that they're children of Gaia,
Or naked.
they still fall in that category.
Or naked.
And they're protected by Artemis.
And a young girl who's running naked through the woods.
I am not.
What?
No, what is wrong with you tonight?
Well, you showed Hercules who just running through the woods and flower covers their niblets.
Yeah, they take on the form of the plant they're born from. I totally did not just on my calls, did I? But yeah, they're protected by Artemis and Pan, who is the satyr god of the forest, or grove, they call it.
You're so knowledgeable.
Aww.
So, what are we going to talk about next time?
I don't know. What would you like to talk about?
I don't know. You knew we were going to hit the crossroads of, like, not knowing what to talk about.
I mean, we'd find down there you know more about than I do.
What?
Music?
Yeah. That doesn't seem fair. There's so many genres of music.
We could talk about our travels. We talked about cosplay or cons that we've gone to.
Cosplaying cons would be one thing, right?
Yeah.
Cosplaying would work.
We talked about who we cosplay as and how we did character and all that.
Yeah, I was gonna say the thing that I brought up too. Broken. Yes, for women, that cosplay has to be fit a certain standard.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way.
Yeah, me too. That's the thing. That's a good idea.
I actually did found pictures of our first con when I was dressed up as Catwoman.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I really did like her costume. Not everything, like, if you can't make a costume and it's your first con, and you don't want to spend money to make a costume, then you're gonna find what's ever in your closet.
Yeah, other fans didn't see it that way.
I mean, literally, the one girl walking around with a tank top, shorts, and a gun, she was Team Ritter, so.
But, I mean, highlight that, which we'll talk about next time, if you had by accident during our con, so. I have to say that story for next time.
I did find a hot Nightwing.
He wasn't there last year. He wasn't there at the 2019 one.
You don't know that.
Well, yeah, I do. And he said he was looking for me. Last time he was on. Turn on his bloody number.
I say next year you get, like, business cards made,
Mm-hmm.
and then you say, here you go. With, like, your email and, like, social media. And you have a cool, cover.
Aww.
I mean, the thing that Lee made for you can only work as, like, for, like, a cosplaying business card.
Yeah.
Throwing it out there. That's all I got.
Yeah. At least we got to talk for next time, right?
Yep. A brainstorming process that I disagree to whatever Nikki give me.
And we're.
Yeah.
That's 9, so.
Did you hear my comment?
What?
I disagree with whatever you give me.
No. I mean, that's why I do it with paths to pick from. So that way you pick the one you want. But yeah, it will be fun to talk about cons next week and the advantages and disadvantages of trying to cosplay with disability and being a woman.
And then what to do when there isn't any con because of COVID.
Exactly. So we'll see you guys next Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye, guys.
Bye! Bloop, 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 bloop. What to do with me?